Good morning, I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruise in with the case handler, a show on personal injury and immigration weekdays 9:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes. Call them at 800-493-9002. Now for the news in details. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness has accused rich nations of hoarding COVID-19 vaccines while poorer countries wait to get doses. Speaking Friday to Bloomberg Quick Take, Mr. Holness said Jamaica might not receive vaccines until around April. He told the program's anchor, Tim Stenovic, that rich countries were giving themselves a false sense of security by hoarding the vaccines. Jamaica will have access to the drugs through the COVAX facility, and Mr. Holness said he will get vaccinated as soon as it is available. Widespread vaccinations are seen as one of the keys to reviving tourism, where earnings are down about 70% due to the global pandemic. Mr. Holness said Jamaica was doing well in its COVID-19 fight relative to its resources and compared to other countries. Outgoing United States Ambassador to Jamaica Donald Tapia has delivered a ringing endorsement of Minister of Science, Energy and Technology Darrell Vaz. In his final Facebook Live broadcast before he left the island last Friday, Tapia hinted at the decision by the U.S. State Department to revoke Vaz's visa just over 1 year ago as he declared how impressed he was by the firebrand politician. Vaz has been leading the government's team in negotiations with Tapia about the introduction of fifth-generation 5G wireless technology to the island, with an announcement expected shortly. Tapia also singled out Minister of Education, Youth and Information Fayval Williams, Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort, and his favorite Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Audley Shaw, for commendations. The ambassador also used his final Facebook Live broadcast to take a parting shot at the Chinese technology firm Huawei, as he repeated his allegations that the company has been using the network of a local cellular provider to listen to his telephone conversations. Tapia has repeatedly warned that the installation of 5G mobile technology infrastructure in Jamaica by Huawei or any other Chinese firm poses several risks to the island. According to Tapia, Jamaica's financial sector and the tourism industry would be hard hit if the government engages 5G technology from a Chinese source. Meanwhile, Jamaican-based private entity and real estate outfit First Rock Capital Holdings Limited is continuing its investment in the Cayman Islands. This latest investment, totaling over US $3 million or over Jamaican $430 million, was made in a luxury real estate development where First Rock had first made its Cayman Islands investment. First Rock, which is celebrating its first year as a listed company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, made its entry into the Cayman Islands in August last year when its Cayman subsidiary First Rock Capital Cayman Limited executed a US $3 million deal deploying capital in a luxury development in the West Bay area of Cayman. Ryan Reed, First Rock Group co-founder and the chief executive officer, disclosed that First Rock Capital Cayman Limited has acquired 5 more luxury residential units on the 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman. In sports, former Commonwealth Games president and Jamaica Olympic Association GOA boss Mike Fennell says that despite all the setbacks and the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, the Olympic Games that are set for this July in Tokyo, Japan should go on. The Games were officially set for last year, but were pushed back a year after the coronavirus brought sports to its knees. Fennell said the showcase event that will see 33 sporting disciplines being contested at the biggest sporting event on the planet should go on. Speaking at Thursday's virtual monthly meeting of the Rotary Club of Kingston, Fennell, who was the head of the GOA for over 40 years until he stepped down in 2017, said there were arguments about whether the event is viable for this year. The rise in cases of coronavirus in Japan has forced the government to order a state of emergency and to close their borders to all foreigners until February 7, and this has further fueled calls for the event to be called off or in some instances to be pushed back. But Fennell said that was not tenable. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good morning.